You're listening to One Bright Star's Life After Loss, a podcast that's focused on the lifelong journey of life after loss, with your hosts Erica Fisher and Alicia Moore. One Bright Star's Life After Loss podcast is sponsored by the law firm of Burkholtz and Associates. And now, One Bright Star's Life After Loss podcast.
Hello and welcome to One Bright Star's Life After Loss podcast. I'm Erica Fisher, Executive Director with One Bright Star.
And Alicia Moore, Board Member with One Bright Star.
And today we have our friend Lacey with us. Hi, Lacey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here. We recently spoke with your mom, Carla, and she's amazing. We learned so much about your sister, Lexi. And do you want to tell us about you and Lexi? Just go back and tell us why you're here?
I guess I feel like it's hard to sum it up when I know we have such a short time. But one of the main reasons I want to come on here is I feel like sibling grief is not talked about enough.
You're right.
Yes.
But then obviously we're so close, and even year after year, we just always want to keep, talking about Lexi, sharing her story.
Absolutely.
I feel like the older I get, because now, I don't know, coming into 2016 will be 16 years, which will be half of my life that I knew her, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I was
Yes.
60 when she passed, and then it'll be 16 years. So half of my life that I knew her, and then now
Half
the same amount of time since she's been gone, which is crazy.
It's kind of heartbreaking too.
Yeah. Weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
Because the way you measure time is always the before Lexi and the after Lexi.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
yes.
Which
Absolutely.
is something I've learned over the years. When I originally went to school for alcohol and drug studies, so I was a LADC for a couple years, and grief was always something I was passionate about and felt like I could really connect with my clients about.
Absolutely.
And I would learn from them too. And that was one of the big things was time, and the way that you measure it stuck out. Because there are times that I feel like I should still be 16 and in that time of your life. And then it's crazy when I'm how am I 31?
Right. Yes.
And I've done all these things in my life that she's not.
Is that
here
hard?
for.
Right.
I feel like it comes in waves, which is another big thing I've learned about grief is the way it comes in waves, where it can be happy, sad, little reminders, or it can be
Big monumental things where it takes you
or
down.
there's just some days where it's hit you harder
Right.
than normal. Yeah, I guess just over the years as I've gotten older, and if I've seen people on Facebook, whether I kind of know of them or not, and I see they lost a sibling, or it's even a parent losing a kid, it just hits you all over again. Of
Different, yeah.
I hate that family has to go through that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And then so it makes me want to reach out to those siblings, because now it's I'm 15, 16 years into my grief. I just think sibling grief, like I said, is different. I've lost grandparents before. Or that was another thing that I learned of everyone's loss is different. So even if it is the way they passed, that's
Can
different.
change.
If it's something Lexi's was a more quick, tragic
You had no idea it
situation.
was coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
you're just living your life.
And then your world changes completely.
Yeah. Versus if they were sick or something. Not
Right.
minimizing.
You didn't have you didn't have time to prepare.
Right. Or
Mhm.
time to say anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
There
that's
is.
sorry.
Yep.
That's where there's times where I still sometimes think how is this my life?
Right.
Yeah, how is this my life?
Yeah.
You cannot believe that happened. And like you said, that it's been 16 years. You had 16 years with her, and now you've had 16 years without her.
Yeah.
And just sitting back and thinking about that's a lot. Yes.
Yeah, that hits hard. Definitely.
Yeah. So I feel it'll be a weird next March. I'm sure my mom and I will do something extra.
Do you usually do
Yes.
something really I know your mom said you do something
Yeah.
special, but yeah.
Whether
no.
it's actually traveling somewhere
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
a long weekend, or just something around here.
Yeah, your mom shared a little
Yeah.
bit, and it sounds amazing and fun.
Yes. That's great. Another thing that your mom shared, and you mentioned it too before we started recording, was the mediums that you've had interaction with. And you mentioned the angel number. And I'm very interested in knowing about that.
So we've seen or met with like a few different mediums over the years, and it's not always something I just share with like anybody because, there's people that like don't believe in that sort of
Well,
thing.
it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's
but,
not for everybody. Just kind of like you feel out people's vibes and like pick and choose like who you want to like share Lexi with.
Yeah.
And like,
because it's
same with like
sacred and special to you.
Same with like the medium stuff. So it's like I wouldn't want someone to be like, oh, that's not true or this or that, where it's like you're not going to ruin this for me.
Right, exactly.
But this specific medium, it was like, long story short, reached out through like a friend that Lexi knew. And at the time I was like not sleeping well, and it was just like weird timing that it's like I like needed it to happen. And like I have a butterfly tattoo, and this medium like told the mutual friend like I need to find this girl that has a butterfly tattoo, like this blonde girl Lexi will not like leave me alone. And so this medium actually reached out to us. And like you said, so our first meet with them was just over the phone because she's like, because there was a snowstorm and she lived like over an hour away, so she couldn't get here. And then that's when the phone call happened, and it was at 333, and just like instantly, like when she answered the call,
yes,
like Lexi was just like already like saying all of the things. She's like, oh my God, this girl has so much to say. She will not leave me alone. But her main concern was about me, and was like, I need to like why is my sister not sleeping well? I need to like,
oh, she's taking care of you always.
And we were meeting with this medium for like over 2 hours on the phone, and then even once we wrapped up, she's like, this wasn't enough, like I need to meet you guys in person, like I need to come there. And so then she eventually came to my mom's apartment, but even just over the phone she was able to like describe my mom's apartment, which is just like crazy. So when people are like, oh, don't believe in it, it's like, how could you not, like you can't explain those things. But in comparison to like different mediums that we've talked to, I feel like this one was like the most like powerful, and I like still think of.
Have you had any additional readings done with a medium? Or do you call them medium or readings? Or I guess
I would say mediums.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like people get confused of like psychics. Like, no, they're not telling you your future.
Right. It's
they're
just they're like talking, communicating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So no, we haven't. I felt like that whole, like the last one we experienced a few years ago was like pretty like healing.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like we're like, geez, girl, there's like a lot here. A lot you gotta say that like
when you said
like kind of gave us like peace in some parts, because it's like,
yeah,
like she brought up things like way long ago when we were like younger, and then like things around the time of her death, but then also like things in my future now. Like one of the things that stands out to me the most and like does kind of make me laugh is she said like everything has stayed the same between us, because like we were basically like the same person, except for you read way more now.
Is that what she said? Okay.
And I was not like a huge reader then, but I'd say in the last like 5 years I read like a ton more. So now it's like, okay, I know you're like watching me read my books.
Okay.
Like,
yes.
So when you're sitting there sometimes, you're like, hey, you like this
like,
book.
Yeah. Like this is what we're reading now.
Yes.
Do you ever like just like walking through, do you talk to her kind of thing? You know, like walking through the house and be like, Lexi, you know?
But like not necessarily like that, but there's like in our close circle and like people that knew her, like we kind of call it like the Lexi cult, and they're like our original crew that does everything for like her birthday and stuff.
Yes.
Where like we still just like talk about it. We're like, oh, like Lexi would love that, or Lexi would be like, what WTF about that, or what's up with that, or oh, she would totally approve of this. Because that's one thing that like my mom and I, we just always like talk about her, because obviously like everything reminds us of her, or like we feel like well, she would like doing this or she would be doing this. So we just...
I think that's really important and special that you and your mom have that and that you guys can, talk about things that she would like, because then you can do them together or,
You're thinking about her every day anyway. And so when you're doing things, her name comes up and you talk about her. And from what I'm understanding, after seeing or talking with the medium, you said the last one was it was healing. You felt like you were connected, and you know that Lexi is out there watching you read and that stuff. And so that's really neat.
Yeah. And at the time I was like on a wait list for my dog. And like she had brought that up. Like she's like, why is she like mentioning something about like a puppy? And I was like gonna be getting my dog in like 3 months. And so like that was just weird too. And she was a big animal lover too. So I know she would approve of my pets too.
That's great. That's great. Yes. And going back, I'm just going to go back to that angel number again, just so I kind of understand. So you said that when that medium called you, she pointed out that it was 333. And then you and she's the one that told you, oh my gosh, that's an angel number. And then you said you looked it up and it references strength. And now you're starting to see that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like she got super excited and said that Lexi's like, what you want to call it? Like angel strength was like coming through extra strong at that time. Because they do say we've learned different things from seeing different mediums and just kind of like learning things about like afterlife over the years, that like the longer you're gone, like the stronger your
angel vibe is.
Yeah, your angel vibe is.
I didn't know
for them to be able to like show signs or like come forward, because like the other medium that we saw like only a few years after her passing at that healing expo had said something like, oh, Lexi has now gotten like her angel wings. So whatever that like fully means, if there's like criteria.
Okay.
Strong work, Lexi.
Yes, way to go, Lexi. Yeah.
So that's really neat.
So there are times through it like you kind of like laugh, but then there's like heavy parts. But overall, I feel like it's always been like healing.
I laugh and I didn't know Lexi, and I only know her through you and your mom. But when you first talked to the medium, she's like, oh my gosh, she's got so much to say. Was that how Lexi was always?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I feel like my mom told you about how she's like, could be sassy.
Yeah, she did say she was sassy. She was, I think, strong-willed.
Yeah. Like if people meet me that didn't know her, like my boyfriend has asked, like, oh, like, tell me what she's like. And I'm like, well, if you think I'm sassy, like, she's like another level of, like, she was always definitely like, okay, like, no one's messing with you. Like, you're not pissing me off.
Yeah.
Messing with Lacey. Yeah, there's definitely, it's like that she had a lot to say over the years of like, where it's like she came through of like, I have all this to say from the last, like,
I've been holding on to it.
How many years?
And she was pestering the medium, enough to say what she needed to say. That's fun.
I'm going to kind of just shift gears here really quickly. Lacey, you mentioned when we first started talking about how you see a loss that someone's going through, and you would, especially for siblings, that you would really like to reach out, and you just haven't done that yet. What would you share with them? Like you said, everything is so different, but if you saw something out there and you saw that there was an accident where a teenager died in a car accident, so you know that it's sudden, and everyone is unprepared, is there something that you maybe can think of that you would share with those siblings? Or is that's a tough question because it's all over the place, but
no, like, what do you wish somebody would have told? Somebody would have told you. What would have helped you? Like, given you a little strength, a little hope. Not saying you'd feel better, but just saying, you're not alone.
And maybe there's nothing they could have done other than to reach out and say, "I'm thinking of you. I know what it's like."
I look back at my 16-year-old self. I know my mom told you too. Like, we did have a lot of support out in Maple River, so I feel like I never felt like not supported, but I feel like there's times from then till now that's like no one's ever gonna
understand.
And so, yeah, I feel like there's not even a right or wrong thing to say. And I feel like even like being in this situation, sometimes if I see this, like, I don't even know what to say.
Right.
And because that was one thing that would always kind of like grind my gears. And I know people are just trying to be nice of like, oh, I know what it's like I lost my grandma. But it's like, no, you don't, because your grandma's 90 and lived their life. Not minimizing that, because I've lost grandparents too, but it's just different when someone's so young and like tragically passes, and that like shouldn't happen. And so like I never want to like, even if it is a younger sibling that lost someone in like the same way, say I know what it's like, because it's like, yes I do, but no I don't, if your like relationship is different. Like, it's one of those things, like, you see them, and even though they're total strangers, even if it's, like, on TikTok and it's someone in, like, a totally different state, you just want to, like, give them a hug.
Yeah.
And, like,
Right.
it's, like, sometimes my mom and I are like, oh, my God, this is just, like, sick to my stomach, because you instantly, like, flash back.
And you feel the feels.
You feel that pain again.
I feel like my main thing would be for them, like, healing, and over the years being of, like, the, like, don't stop talking about them, like...
That's good.
It's okay to like feel all the things of like laughing, crying, anger, sadness. And like I've met with one counselor over the years of, because sometimes you'd feel guilty if it's like her birthday or like her anniversary date and you like don't cry, and you feel like, why shouldn't I be like, I feel like I should be like crying, and it's like that doesn't mean that you like don't miss her or love her any less. Maybe this year's just like different. So I guess I would say there's no right or wrong way to grief, and that like it's okay to cry and it's okay to not cry too.
That's very good, Lexi. You're very wise.
You are.
Yeah,
that is.
I feel like 16-year-old me like learned a lot at a young age and grew up fast from that. I definitely like learned who like matters in life, and I feel like I've always kept my circle small, because I've learned like I don't want anyone wasting my time, and like I value my time,
and that is nothing it takes years for people to learn that.
Absolutely.
Years.
I felt like, so I had to do 2 more years of high school, and I felt like it's just like, I don't know, like if this is the right word, like people kind of just seem like it could be like immature. And then when I went to college, like people feel like a trigger, like complaining about their siblings or like, and I'm like, okay, it could always be worse.
Exactly.
Like at least they're here to fight with, which then like, I don't know if you want me to just keep rambling, because I could talk for forever. But another thing that stands out to me is like starting college, and like I went from Maple River that was small and like knew my story. Everyone knew I was Lexi's sister, so there was never like the weird awkwardness of like having to share to a stranger like, how many siblings do you have? And that was always one thing, like in college when it was like the start of class and like share fun facts about yourself, or like get to know your classmates.
Icebreakers.
And it is such a common, normal thing to ask people like, how many siblings do you have? And that was always one that I was like, please don't ask me, because it's one thing, like you never know how others are gonna like react to that question, and like I feel pretty strong to answer, but it's like dependent on like their reaction, because now if you're gonna like make me feel bad, not like anyone would ever be mean, but it's like I'm sorry, and that's like, okay, you don't have to be sorry, I'm just like answering the question, or like, oh well, how did she die?
Okay.
Versus like, and again, like I've always learned like you can't control other people's like answers or behaviors,
reactions,
but instead of like, oh well, what was she like wanting to get to know her. So I just always like, I feel like my answer would always be like, well, I have a sister, Lexi, the older sister, but she passed away. And then it's always like
okay,
because like she'll always, I never say like she was my sister, like she is my
sister.
sister.
Your sister forever.
Yes. She always will be. So I never.
And
absolutely.
One thing that I have noticed that from hearing you talk about Lexi is that she looked out for you always.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
she was your big sister, looked out for you. And I kind of feel like she's still looking out for you, you know, today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And especially with all the, you know, with your conversations with mediums, I think that's really beautiful, the relationship that you continue to have with your sister.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, with that,
No,
Yeah.
people do it all the
I'm
time.
sorry.
Lexi and Lacey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My grandma would still do it and be like, well, which kid are you?
That's cute.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, which is weird because over the years, like when I was a server for like 10 years, if like a random stranger mistakes my name, they'll like say like, oh, Lexi. And it like sometimes will like make your heart
Like
drop,
skip a
but
little,
like
yeah.
I like, won't even correct people. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll take
I
it.
love
Yeah.
it.
What an honor.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
It's fine.
Good for
Same
you.
thing.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, we will continue to honor Lexi with you for all the days. So thank you so much for sharing, Lexi, with us and your story and everything. And we'd love to have you back because I think that you have so much to share and so much to offer to our listeners.
Yes.
Thank
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Until next time, friends.
Thanks for listening to One Bright Star's Life After Loss podcast. Life After Loss is a copyrighted production of One Bright Star. One Bright Star's Life After Loss podcast is sponsored by the law firm of Burkholtz and Associates. For more information on the lifelong journey after losing a loved one, please visit our website at onebrightstar.org.